If you've watched The Incredibles, you've probably wondered, what happened to the villains after the superhero ban? We know the heroes were forced into suburban boredom, but the world didn't just run out of bad guys. If the protectors were sidelined, why didn't the villains just take over? Today, we are uncovering a conspiracy that suggests the Golden Age didn't end with a lawsuit. It ended with a secret deal. What if the villains didn't disappear? What if they were relocated, just like the heroes, but for a much more sinister purpose? Welcome to the real truth about the Great Superban. In the movie, we see the public turning on supers after the stop-motion disaster of Mr. Sansweet's rescue. The government passed the Superhuman Restructuring Act, forcing every hero to hang up the cape and blend in. Safety first, right? But here is the massive plot hole Pixar left wide open. If you take away the police, the criminals run wild. Yet, when we see Bob's life 15 years later, the world is remarkably quiet. No world-ending lasers, no citywide heists. It's like the villains just packed up and went home. But we know that's not how evil works. Let's look at the theories behind the missing villains. Theory 1. The Underworld Purge. Some theorists believe that without the heroes to stop them, the villains turned on each other. In a world with no good guys, the power vacuum led to a brutal internal war that wiped out the old guard of villains before the movie even started. Theory 2. The Life of Crime, in Suit and Tie. What if the villains did exactly what Bob did? They joined society. But instead of insurance offices, they moved into corporate boardrooms and high-level government positions, where their talents for manipulation and theft could be legalized. Theory 3. The Hired Muscle Protocol. This theory suggests that the NSA didn't just hide the heroes, they hired the villains. Think about it. If you're the government and you have a bunch of low-level supercriminals, why throw them in a jail they can break out of? You put them on the payroll. They became the black ops agents used for the government's dirtiest work, the stuff the noble supers would never do. Theory 4. The Syndrome Recruitment Program. This is the dark one. We know Syndrome spent years thinning out the superpopulation on Nomanison Island. But what if he didn't stop at heroes? This theory posits that Buddy Pine hunted the villains first to test his early Omnidroid prototypes, effectively cleaning the world of evil, just so he could be the only one left to play the part. Here is the real, controversial truth. The villains didn't leave. They evolved. Think about the Underminer. He waits until the exact moment the supers are distracted or sidelined to strike. He didn't disappear for 15 years. He was preparing. This theory suggests that the true purpose of the superban wasn't to protect the citizens from collateral damage. It was to pave the way for a more manageable kind of crime. The flashy bank robbers were replaced by bureaucratic predators, and the only ones who couldn't adapt were the ones Syndrome hunted down on his island. This changes everything about the peace Bob was living in. It wasn't peace, it was a transition. The government traded the chaos of super fights for the silence of institutionalized corruption. But I want to hear from you. Do you think the villains were really just hired by the NSA, or did they all fall victim to Syndrome's early prototypes? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the hidden conspiracies in The Incredibles, make sure to hit that notification bell and join the Super Squad. We have plenty more secrets to uncover. See you in the next one.